Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat.
Greetings, football family. Welcome to BCN Sports Watch Along of English Premier League action. My name is Benton. A man in the ship today by myself. Junior is out and about. Big up, Junior. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Saturday. English Premier League action kicking off here in a few minutes. Actually, in a minute. Chelsea versus Newcastle. Big game. Why is the referee in the Chelsea huddle? What's going on here? Why is the Chelsea huddle around the referee? What? This is new to me. So the Chelsea huddle just occurred around the referee. This is a new one to me. All right, let's get to the starting 11. And again, hopefully everyone is having a wonderful Saturday. We're going to keep an eye on Arsenal versus Everton. Of course, that game has significant impact on the English Premier League title race. That score is in the bottom corner of the screen, so you can check that score out as we're off at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea versus Arsenal live here on BCN Sports. Let me refresh this Arsenal versus Chelsea Everton game to kick off, because that one should be kicking off here also at the same time. All right, soon as that will update at the lower left hand corner. All right, referee Paul Tierney is in the man in the middle. Let's get to the starting 11 for both of these teams. For Chelsea, you have Robert Sanchez in goal. In the back, you have Cucurella left back, aka Nuff Herman Cucurella. Trevor Chalobah, Fofana, Wesley Fofana, along with Malo Gusto, rounds out Chelsea back four. In the base of the midfield, you have Moises hard tackling Caicedo, the man himself, hard tackler Moises Caicedo, along with Reece James stepping up in that part. You have Garnacho, Enzo Fernandez, and Cole Palmer, and the man who leads the line for Chelsea is João Pedro, the Brazilian, leading the line. As for coach Eddie Howe, Ramsdale in goal. You have Hall in the left back position, Botman and Malik Tia in the defense, along with Livramento in the right back position. So that's a back four. You have Ramsey and Wilcock in the midfield. Valdemid is playing in the 10 position. Harvey Barnes out left. Jacob Murphy on the right wing. And Anthony Gordon is on the pivot on the line. I think this might be, I want to probably change this around. As here comes Jacob Murphy almost in his Newcastle, and it's cleared out. I think Anthony Gordon should be on that left side, but I will adjust accordingly. Still waiting for the Arsenal game to... I'm not getting any score up there. Okay, that game is kick off, is off. Again, the Arsenal game is in the bottom right-hand corner. I can give you the Arsenal starting 11 here in a second. Let's get the throw into Newcastle. Livramento getting ready to give one of those long throw-ins. By the way, welcome to BCN Sports Watch Along of English Premier League. Remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Livramento with a long throw. Not long enough. Controlled by João Pedro, who tries to get around two players. Find Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer sends it back to Chalobah. Chalobah to Caicedo, and Caicedo finds Robert Sanchez. Sanchez to Reece James. James to Cole Palmer. And Enzo Fernandez getting a touch of it and sends it all the way back to Robert Sanchez. Big day in the English Premier League. This game has implications for the Champions League race. Of course, both of these teams were in Champions League action recently. So let's see how exhaustion plays there. And of course, the other game, Everton and Arsenal, that game has significant influence on the EPL title race. Man City versus West Ham at 4 p.m. I'll also do a watch along off that game also. and also do a watch along of Liverpool versus Spurs tomorrow. So wall-to-wall coverage. Big up engineer out the road. Big up yourself. Make sure to smash the like button, people. Big up BM. Big up. Hopefully having a wonderful Saturday wherever you're watching from. Big up BM. Big up yourself, family. Hope all is well. And when them boy are running with them adverts, we not pay for them adverts. Reece James with it. Finds Cole Palmer. Out left. Cole Palmer finds Enzo Fernandez. I am surprised you're not covering the Arsenal game. You know, I have both games up here, and you know, if this Chelsea game goes sideways, as in Chelsea takes the lead, I expect this game to be a more competitive game. Basically, this is why I decided to focus on this game. I do expect Arsenal to beat Everton. It's at the Emirates, but we'll see. I do have both starting 11, Arsenal and Everton starting 11 up, so I can go through those in a second. But I have the opportunity to pivot at any time. If this Chelsea game goes sideways, as in it's not competitive, then I will pivot to the Arsenal versus Everton game if that game is more competitive and more entertaining. But I went with this game because I think this game is going to be a little bit more competitive than the Arsenal game. But time will tell. Once EPL playing the weekend is always good. Big up BM. BM says once EPL playing the weekend is always good. Yes, English Premier League. Of course, last weekend was FA Cup action. Let me run through the starting 11 for the Arsenal versus Everton game. Of course, that game is the score update is in the bottom right corner. Right, yeah. Lower right, my right, probably your left. Let me run through the Arsenal starting 11. Of course, the game is being played at the Emirates. So Arsenal is, and I move that over there. Arsenal has David Raya in goal. Let me move that. Arsenal has Raya in goal, Calafieri in the back, along with Gabriel Saliba and Jurrien Timber. In midfield for Arsenal, you have Rice, Zubamendi. In the 10th position, Ebericha Eze. Out left, you have Mankal None Madueke. Out right, you have Saka. And leading the line for Arsenal is Kai Havertz. Makes his returns. That's the starting 11. He's been back, I think this is third or fourth game back, starting for the Gunners. For Everton, for David Moyes' Everton, and of course that was Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. For David Moyes' Everton, Jordan Pickford in goal. You have Mikalenko, O'Brien, Keane, and Garner in the back. Idrissa Gueye, Irogbonam in the midfield there. At the base, so Idrissa Gueye and Irogbonam is I think I'm trying to pronounce that one. Maybe I butchered it. My apologies, Bala. Big Bala Ndia out left. Dewsbury Hall, McNeil, and Beto is the starting 11. I expect Ndia to move in more of a number 10 behind Beto, but he can float around. Here comes Chelsea on the attack. Cole Palmer with it. João Pedro pulling wide. Let's see if Cole Palmer uses him. He finds Muller Gusto instead. Gusto. Back to Cole Palmer. Palmer finds Moises Caicedo outside the 18. Now, enough here, man. Cucurella with it. Finds Garnacho. Nacho Cheese. Sends it to the back post. Chelsea almost in. And Newcastle was able to clear that one out. Seems like it might be a corner kick there. Nacho Cheese looking to be the service. Actually, yes, corner kick. At the end, it was cleared out there by, I think, Hall, the left back for Newcastle. Here's a corner kick. Reece James getting ready to play it short. Finds Cucurella. Cucurella sends it out wide to Cole Palmer. Back to Cucurella. Cucurella trying to cut inside. Ricochet off Anthony Gordon, and it's out for a corner kick. BCN Sports Watch Along of English Premier League. We have a wall-to-wall coverage of English Premier League this weekend. A lot of watch-alongs coming your way. Share the content. Please subscribe, smash the like button wherever you're watching us from, wherever you're watching me from. Big up to Junior. Header on there by Wesley Fofana, just over the top. Very close. Still 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton. Also 0-0 here between Chelsea and Newcastle. And I actually want to move this Chelsea and Newcastle score over. Well, do join us tomorrow for BCN Sports Ball Chat Weekly, where we review the week's major news of the world of football. Again, hopefully everyone is having a wonderful Saturday wherever you're joining me from. Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. Big up yourself early Sunday morning. Big up yourself wherever you're joining me from. All right. We have a foul here on Mr. Hall. So this is Dewsbury Hall. And then there is Dewsbury Hall that plays for Everton. Yeah, all these names to keep track of. Yeah. Thomas Tuchel, the English manager, is in attendance. Or it's Lewis Hall. It's not Dews. I thought. No, it's just straight Lewis Hall. It's not Dewsbury. It's just straight Lewis Hall. Okay. Alright, ball is with Cucurella. Cucurella finds Moises Caicedo. Caicedo to Reece James. Reece James seems to be dropping into a right back position. Ball is back to Cucurella. Cucurella finds Enzo Fernandez showing short. Enzo finds back Reece James. James back to Enzo. Newcastle dropping off. Ball out wide to Garnacho. Garnacho with a heavy touch. And quickly there to clear out is Jacob Ramsey there. Or Jacob Murphy quickly there to clear out. BCN Sports Watch Along of English Premier League action. Still 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton over at the Emirates. Of course, coming into the weekend, Arsenal remains on top. Ball youth to Cole Palmer. Fine Guston youth. Ball out wide and cleared out by Newcastle. Shot from Reece James over the top. That's more like a field goal than a football shot. American football shot there from Reece James. Chelsea is definitely getting in. You know, Newcastle dropping off Chelsea. It's a bit strange not seeing Joe Linton in this midfield. I think you want Joe Linton in this midfield from a Newcastle perspective. Now, he can be reckless at times, but his physical presence, you know, will kind of shake up things, I think, especially a Cole Palmer. A physical Joe Linton can make his life miserable. But, you know, Eddie Pope opted otherwise. Let's see if Joe Linton is even on the bench. I did not look at the Newcastle bench. Yes, he is. He is on the bench. Here is Garnacho in almost and a shot tame and weak effort there into the arms of goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. Of course, Newcastle missing the starting goalkeeper Nick Pope, who's out for the game. Ramsdale has been the man in between the sticks. Ball is all the way back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale sends it wide to Hall. Hall now sends it long, looking for Valdemir, or looking for Anthony Gordon instead. Cleared out by Fofana. Picked up by Enzo Fernandez. Pressure by Ramsey. Ball is out wide now to Chalba. Chalba now with Cucurella. Cucurella back to Chalba. Chalba to Reece James. Stepping up in the center circle. Reece James finds Cole Palmer, who shows into Newcastle half. He goes. Pushes wide out to Malagusto. Malagusto plays that top of the 18. Cole Palmer in and oh my word, he sliced it wide. Should have done better there, Cole Palmer. That should have been in the back of the net. Very good play there from Chelsea. Outside of the foot. Jamaicans are saying go for a planting. Don't need a planting there. Need a banana instead. Can't get the ball with the outside your foot there, so brother. Chipping away from goal. We're seeing a bit of replay here as Newcastle is trying to play the ball out from the back and give away a chance there from the Garnacho player. So Newcastle, this play out on the back foolishness, and Aaron Ramsdale is not very comfortable with that. Long ball from Newcastle, looking for Anthony Gordon, intercepted by Fofana. Fofana finds Moises Caicedo, who shows it to Chalobah. Chalobah over to Cucurella. 4 attempts on goal. 4 attempts by Chelsea already. 1 shot on target. None for Newcastle yet. Here is Garnacho with it. Garnacho back to Chalobah. Entering in this weekend's action, the Premier League standings. We do have a score update in the English Premier League. We'll get to the score update here in a minute. Alright, so Arsenal, the big thing for this game is Chelsea trying to hold on to that 5th spot, actually trying to move up to 4th spot. If they're able to win this game, they can move up into that Champions League spot. And Newcastle in 11th position on 39 points. There's a lot of teams in that 39 points area. So Newcastle could use those 3 points. Here comes Newcastle. Harvey Barnes out left. Driving. Valdemir pulls out left to give him support. He feeds him. Valdemir turns it over. Chelsea comes away with it. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer finds Enzo Fernandez out left. Finds Garnacho. Garnacho hugging the line. Going at Livramento. Tap on the 18-yard box. Push it out to... a shot there from Enzo Fernandez, and he almost took out his own man. Did take out Cole Palmer. Ball ricochet now to Garnacho, and Garnacho with an effort, and it's pushed, and it's poor effort, and it's extremely wide. That one hurt. I think they need to send the doctors out to check on Cole Palmer. He needs to do a concussion check. I don't think he was going on target though. It was going wide. But that's the nature of the Enzo Fernandez shot. We have Wilcock down. Look like he's in a spot about it. Let's see what happened to Wilcock. Jason Wilcock. Oh, a clash there. Hey, I think he got thumped in his head or punched in his head by Moises Caicedo. No, maybe pushed off. Because hard tackling Moises Caicedo. You know, when you collide with Caicedo, it's a different thing, you know. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to smash the like button. Big up to those watching wherever you're watching, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you're watching us. Alright, some scores update running through earlier action. Brighton defeated Sunderland 1-0. Burnley and AFC Bournemouth ended at 0-0. Over in La Liga action, Girona defeat Athletic Club 3-0. Atletico Madrid 1-0 over Getafe. That one is final. Real Oviedo and Valencia currently 0-0. 4 p.m. Elche will face Real Madrid. And the Scudetto, Inter versus Atalanta ended 1-1. Lecce leading Napoli 1-0. Almost at the half there. Napoli looking a bit crazy. Schizophrenic is a phrase I will use. All over the place there, Napoli. Alright, back to the English Premier League. Chelsea still trying to apply a bit of pressure on Newcastle. Ball all the way back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale finds Toa. Now the ball is now with Livramento. Here is Jason Willock in. One ball through. Finds Anthony Gardner. And surely Newcastle have scored. Let's see if it's... No, it seems like he's offside. How is that not an offside? Let's see here. 1-0 Newcastle. We have to check the line. Have to check it before I put it up. It's just a run straight up the middle. That goal was so easy. Livramento picks up the ball, drove straight. Ooh, seems Reece James may have played Willock on there. Let's see. It seems like Reece James may have played him on. Anthony Gordon will not have an easier opportunity in his life to score. Reece James, running back, tried to help, couldn't help. Willock played it on the plate for Anthony Gordon and he just slotted into an empty goal. And Anthony Gordon, of course, acknowledging the work of Willock. Paul Tierney in conversation with Reece James. Reece is asking if it's offside. It looked like Reece played him on. Rossinia is shaking his head. I don't know if he's shaking his head against VAR. Alright, 1-0. 1-0 against the run of play. So Newcastle 1, Chelsea 0. And that's Newcastle's first shot on goal. Here is Cole Palmer trying to get Chelsea back on task, on level ground, but recovered by Newcastle. Murphy gave it away. Chalba with it. Fofana. And looking at the Arsenal versus Everton game, still 0-0. Ball is with Mark Cucurella for Chelsea. Now all the way back to Chalba. Chalba to Fofana. Fofana can't find an option, so he uses Chalba to his left. Reece James stepping in. Picks it up, sends it back to Sanchez. Sanchez finds back James. Harvey Barnes applying a bit of pressure. Vladimir helps. James is able to get it away. Chelsea struggling to play now. Ball is back all the way to Sanchez, and Sanchez decided to just send it long. Finds Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro now is clipped down, and it's a free kick to Chelsea. Good play there from Joao Pedro as a centre forward, drawing the foul and relieving some pressure for his team. Malik Tua with the foul. Here is Chalba with it. Cucurella finds Reece James. The side-to-side passing, and now with Cole Palmer within acres of room. Cole Palmer driving at the Newcastle defense. Finds Garnacho out left. Garnacho now turns it back to Cucurella. Caicedo. Ball is being knocked around in Newcastle's half. Caicedo trying to find Enzo. Trying to turn. Can't get out. Salah down there. Yup. Wow. I think Garnacho got Salah there by Livramento. Referee's asking something, but Chelsea plays on. Garnacho picks it up. Tough play there from Cucurella. Can't get on the end of it. And Newcastle's asking for a foul. Paul Tierney says plays on. Here is Malagusto out wide for Chelsea. Newcastle dropping off. Harvey Barnes defending. Anthony Gordon. All 11 men behind the ball for Newcastle, including Vladimir. Here is Malagusto with it. Hall is out to meet him. He's liking to go at Hall. Ball into the box and is easily collected by goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. Please subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Long ball out. And Anthony Gordon picking off from Wesley Fofana here. This might be dangerous. And he's gotten a yellow card. So Wesley Fofana with a heavy touch from a clearance. Anthony Gordon picked his pocket. And he fouled Anthony Gordon. It was accidental. It was borderline on the last man defender. So there is always that debate about should it be a red card, but Paul Tierney says no, it's a yellow. Anthony Gordon was not in a goal scoring he didn't disrupt a goal scoring chance, so that's why. Heavy touch there from Fofana, and Anthony Gordon picking his pocket. So Anthony Gordon very lively, scored one already, and very active, putting a bit of pressure on Chelsea. Free kick to the Magpies. Hall is standing over it. The kick is on the left side of the 18-yard box. Maybe 15. Here's the kick into the box. Headed over by Malik Tua. Couldn't get on top of it. And it's out for a goal kick. BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League action. Chelsea versus Newcastle and Arsenal versus Everton. Still 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton. We're approaching the 24th minute of play. Chelsea's losing as Newcastle scored an easy one. Anthony Gordon, goal scorer for Newcastle, and I could update that. I could put it on the ball is with Chalba in the back. Chalba. Bear with me a second here as I update the goal scorer on the save. Wait, it didn't. That didn't take. Let's go back here. Let's go back to players. Icons. Oh, I put the goal at the wrong person. Ramsdale definitely did not score a goal. Alright, we have a free kick in place here. There's a discussion that's taking place. Oh, Moises Caicedo. Hard tackling Moises Caicedo with a foul on Valdemid. He's a lucky boy. He's a lucky boy. Still 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton. Free kick to Newcastle. Eddie Howe pretty much moving Valdemid into kind of a 10 position. He's dropped. He's not the center forward, that's for sure. It seems like Anthony Gordon is playing down the middle. Here is the free kick. Livermento sends it to Jacob Murphy. Murphy now chips it into, looking to get it in the box. Intercepted there by Garnacho. Garnacho trying to play out. Can't clear the line. All the way back to Chalba in defense for Chelsea. Chelsea now with it out to Malagusto. Malagusto driving. Has Enzo Fernandez. He uses him. Enzo with it. Finds Reece James. Reece James inside Newcastle half. Just past the center circle. Ball is out wide to Cucurella. Cucurella sends it wide to Garnacho. And every time I say the name Garnacho, I'm thinking about nacho cheese because that's the nickname Junior called his brother. Yo, boy, Junior. Here is Fofana inside Newcastle half. He's looking for options. Ball is out wide to Gusto. Fofana still inside. The Chelsea line is all the way up. Here is Caicedo trying to play in Malagusto. Intercepted by Harvey Barnes, but it's picked off by Chelsea. Reece James with it. Caicedo. Cucurella back to Garnacho. Garnacho going at Livermento. Cuts on the right side. Finds Enzo at the top of the 18. Enzo turns it back to Caicedo. And more of the same from Chelsea. Side to side passing. No penetrative passing yet. Here is Caicedo. Back to Enzo. Enzo to Caicedo. On top of the 18. Trying to play it through. And ball is off Willock. And end up hard pass here from Caicedo out of Garnacho and out for a throw. Throw into Newcastle. Livermento finds Malik. Malik Toa sends it long. Headed out by Fofana. Picked up by Botman. Botman to Jacob Murphy. Sends it quickly wide to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes to Hall. Hall driving. Has Barnes for company. Utilizes Barnes. Barnes now going at Gusto. He has Hall. And Hall tries to play him back. And it's out for a goal kick. Not on the same page. We're seeing the replay here at the Newcastle goal. Livermento just took the ball. The right back for Newcastle just took the ball from the right side, drove through the center midfield, drove past Cole Palmer, drove past Caicedo, and just one through pass to Willock, who was holding his line quite well. And Willock was in on goal. And of course, Willock then lays it off to Gordon. Here is Newcastle trying to get in again. Jacob Murphy with not a good pass, but cut out by Chelsea. Recovered by Malik Toa. Malik Toa now finds Livramento. Down the right side, close to the Chelsea 18-yard box. Livramento sends it in, and no one is on the end of it. Cleared out by Gusto. Chelsea looking to clear their lines. Cole Palmer with it. Cole Palmer finds Caicedo, unable to control. Now João Pedro sends it wide to Garnacho. Garnacho running with acres of room. Anthony Gordon trying to get back at him. He finds Cole Palmer inside the 18-yard box. Cole Palmer shot blocked by Newcastle. Harvey Barnes cuts it out and plays it back to Aaron Ramsdale, who clears it out for a throw. Chelsea looked a bit nonchalant there on the attack. Should have probably done better on that one. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Wherever you're watching us from, or watching me from, remember to subscribe. BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League. Game has slowed down a bit here. Here is Caicedo with it. Finds Fofana. Fofana back to Caicedo. Caicedo just walking up a bit. Finds Enzo Fernandez, who sends it wide to Garnacho. Garnacho hugging the line. Has two players on him in Murphy and Livramento. He turns it to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez to Caicedo. Caicedo sends it wide to Malagusto. Malagusto looking to send it in and cleared out by Botman and picked up by Fofana. Chalba with it. Chelsea goes again. Reece James out wide to Garnacho. Seeing a lot of the ball. Finds Cucurella close to the end line, but cleared out by Newcastle, and Enzo Fernandez recovers. So Newcastle is pretty much just playing a park the bus and counter. That's the Eddie Howe approach. They're telling Chelsea that you have to break me down in order to score tonight. Ball is with Caicedo. So from a Chelsea perspective, have to keep the ball moving wide, have to keep it moving quickly. You know, Garnacho is seeing a lot of the ball. And at some point, Garnacho has to beat Livramento. You have to go at Livramento more aggressively. He's going at him, and then he kind of cuts on the right foot. Go down the left side a little bit. I think Garnacho needs to do a time. Here is Malagusto driving down the line. Turns it back to Caicedo. Caicedo now plays it back to Fofana. I don't know why Caicedo didn't put the ball in the box. Now it's with Enzo Fernandez. Outside the 18. Malagusto shows. Fernandez and Caicedo playing around it. Fernandez looking to find Cucurella at the end. And into the arms of goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. 32nd minute in. Drew Hall looking for a long ball. Finds Anthony Gordon in a foot race with Fofana. Or Harvey Barnes a foot race with Malagusto. Malagusto holding on to his shirt. Barnes with it. Finds Ramsey. Ramsey to Hall. Hall back to Ramsey. Who sends it to Malik Toa. Now Newcastle inside Chelsea's half is the Newcastle centre back. It's I'm sure for Newcastle fans that's refreshing to see. The Newcastle centre back able to step up into Chelsea's half. And as I said that, they've retreated back to their half of the field. So here is Harvey Barnes with it in Chelsea half. Going at Malagusto. Cole Palmer offering help. So he goes for Jacob Ramsey. Or he goes to Ramsey. And Chelsea is pushing Newcastle back here. Newcastle all the way back to their goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. This Newcastle team flourishes in space. I mean, they excel when given room, and you know, when that room is limited, when that space is limited, then you know they will have a bit of struggle. Here is Jacob Ramsey with it. Finds Valdemid. Valdemid finds Livramento. Jacob Ramsey. Beautiful play there from Ramsey getting Willock in. And Willock couldn't get on the end of it. And it's out. Is it out? It's a corner kick? I am seeing Jacob Ramsey just a little bit too hard there. It's not a corner kick. It's a goal kick, I think. It's just a little bit too hard there from Jacob Ramsey. Oh, yeah, it's a corner kick. Apparently, Jason Willock, or Willock was able to save it. Joe Willock was able to save it. Corner kick in. Looking for Voldemir at the back post. Harvey Barnes picks it up, sends it back in and into the arms of goalkeeper Sanchez. Robert Sanchez trying to get Cucurella going, but Jacob Murphy is quickly over to quickly shut the door on that tackle. We have a break in play as Paul Tierney has been summoned by VAR. VAR seems to be saying something. Oh, I see there. They're looking if Reece James grabbed Malik Toa, and is that a penalty on the corner kick? So, all right, checking a possible penalty here. And it seems like the check is over. Referee said no dice. VAR says no dice. All right, so we're back to go. Yeah, I mean, Malik Toa was running towards goal, running to attack the ball, and Reece James held on to him, but it wasn't enough for a penalty. The referee says no. VAR says no. Still 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton. Ball is now, and 1-0 Newcastle leads Chelsea. Ball is with Cucurella. Cucurella to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez sends it all the way back to Chalba. Chalba, unable to control, sends it back to Sanchez finally. Sanchez, now looking for options. Anthony Gordon applying a bit of pressure. Looking for Malagusto Sanchez, but cleared out by Newcastle. Barnes comes away with it. Harvey Barnes looking to drive at Cole Palmer. Turns it back to, why didn't you go at Palmer, who was covering for Malagusto there? You have to go at him. Here is a cross into the box from Barnes. Clears out by Fofana. This is not where you want Cole Palmer to get the ball if you're Chelsea. I mean, Cole Palmer now finds Reece James. Reece James in a bit of room, running into Newcastle's half. Murphy steps over to him. Ramsey steps over him. Reece James with a shot and blocked off by Hall. Back to Reece James. James finds Cole Palmer. He's into the 18-yard box. It turns out Voldemir is with him. Stops. Turn. Finds Caicedo at the top of the 18. Caicedo finds Cucurella. Finds Garnacho on the left side. Two players with him. Murphy and Livramento. And Chelsea decides to ease off the pressure and plays it back. No, Rossinier is not happy with this. Malagusto with looking to send it into the box, not cleared completely by Newcastle. So Voldemir is like Voldemir. Signers or strikers dropping into like a defensive midfield sort of role. Here is Cole Palmer with a shot, and it's saved by Aaron Ramsdale. Chelsea fans were out of their seat thinking that one was in the back of the net. Here is Enzo Fernandez picking up the loose ball, and he's eventually fouled by Livramento. Good shot there. Yeah, was it that difficult save? It's a save that you expect a goalkeeper to make. Even a high school goalkeeper. Fofana is getting a bit of liquid, and a few players are over for something. Malik Toa is also over. I think this is the break. As I think this is the pause to allow players to break their fast. I think that's it. So you're not missing anything. Seems like Arsenal fans, we have a substitution there for Arsenal over the Arsenal game. Christian Mosquera is coming on for Julian Timber, who has picked up an injury. So Arsenal forced into a substitution in the first half. All right, back on here at Chelsea versus Newcastle. Newcastle still leading 1-0. Arsenal fans trying to rally their team. Of course, the game is played at the Emirates. It's gone a little flat, according to BBC text commentary. So things have kind of gone off the boil at the Gunners Stadium. Arsenal fans trying to lift their team. Of course, Arsenal like to keep winning. Of course, if they keep winning, they win the Premier League title. All right, Newcastle in the defensive posture, waiting for Chelsea to take their free kick. James standing over it. There's a shot on goal, and it's out for a goal kick. '40th minute of play. Aaron Ramsdale to restart play. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Saturday wherever you're joining me from. It's beautiful weather here in the ATL. Long ball from Ramsdale. Looking for Harvey Barnes. Barnes unable to get on top of it. Cleared by Fofana. Barnes picks up the loose ball though. Gusto out to him. He steps over it once. Finds Hall who provided support. Ball is now back to Ramsey. Ramsey now finds Botman, and Botman finds his centre-back partner Malik. Back to Botman. Botman finds Hall. Hall in the left back sends it looking for Willock. Willock is gone, but Casado intercepted the pass. So Willock is left running by himself. Ball is short. Here comes Cucurella with it for Chelsea. Cucurella finds Caicedo. A lot of side-to-side passing from Chelsea. Now is with Reece James in center circle. Reece James finds Malagusta out wide. Malagusta driving, looking for options. Now finds Reece James. James twisting and turning. 3 Newcastle players in the area. No pass options readily available. Gusta with a cross in. And Eric easily collected by Aaron Ramsdale. Chelsea is having a bit of a struggle trying to break down this Newcastle defense. Of course, I mean, they have a lot of position outside the area. They need, the Cole Palmer and Enzo Fernandez. Both have taken shots on, and, I think Cole Palmer's shot was heading in, but good save by. They need more of those shots outside that area or close from those sharpshooters. I mean, to really kind of draw this Newcastle defense out. Ball is with Sanchez for Chelsea. Sanchez sends it wide to Chalba. Chalba finds Enzo Fernandez, who lays it short. Enzo Fernandez, though, recovered from his mistake. As Newcastle was almost quick to pounce on that one. Fofana with it for Chelsea. Still 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton. 42nd minute of play, and still 1-0. Chelsea is losing to Newcastle. Goal from Anthony Gordon in the what was that? The 15 or 20 something minute of play. Wait, Joao Pedro. I totally forgot Joao Pedro is playing. Throw into ball ricochet of Joao Pedro, and it's out for a throw. Throw into Newcastle. Ball is all the way back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale finds Hall. Hall finds Ramsey. Ramsey finds Botman. Botman to Hall. Ball back to Botman. Here is Hall looking to kind of play out. Hall did a very good job there. Now trying to go direct at the Chelsea defense. So trying to get Anthony Gordon behind, and Fofana cuts it out. Chalba to Fofana. Fofana now finds Reece James. Cole Palmer shows and gets it. Palmer in his own half. Looking for option. Runs past Caicedo. Use Cucurella out left. Cucurella sends it back to Caicedo. That's strange. Caicedo to Enzo. Enzo finds Fofana. Chelsea trying to figure out how to break down this Newcastle defense. Ball is out wide looking for Garnacho. He controls two Newcastle players quickly over. He sends it back to Caicedo, who finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez to Fofana. Fofana to Malo Gusto. And Enzo with a ball in the box and pushed out by goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. Not cleared enough. And Anthony Gardner was quickly back there to intercept as Reece James was looking to go for the follow-up shot. And it's a foul on Reece James. Caicedo was good ball in there from Enzo Fernandez because Cucurella was almost in on that one, but Aaron Ramsdale was quickly off his line to intercept. Coach Liam Rossinier is writing a lot of notes there. He's taking a lot of notes in his notebook. Look like one of them exercise book that we use to have a score. Yeah. 4 minutes of added time. And it's still 0-0 also in Arsenal between Arsenal and Everton at the Emirates. 4 minutes of added time. Here is Joao Pedro with it for Chelsea. Malagusto trying to go around Valdemid. Unable to do it. And Valdemid. The ball is ricochet off Joao Pedro out for a throw. Joao Pedro felt like he was fouled. He's pretty upset. Chelsea fans are wondering what Paul Tierney is doing there. I mean, it's not foul. Brethren, get up! Not because someone touch you means so you can drop a ground and get a foul. Come on. Here's long ball down from Aaron Ramsdale. Moises Caicedo trying to run it out. Getting a bit of pressure there from Joe Willock. Out for a goal kick. Sanchez to restart play. Gets it back from Chalba. Sanchez now sends it long. And it's easily given back to Newcastle. Ramsdale sends it long. Looking for running Harvey Barnes. And it's headed back by Malagusto to goalkeeper Sanchez. Here is Fofana with it for Chelsea. Inside his own half, just outside the 18. He finds Reece James. 5 yards away. Reece James then turns it to Malagusto, who sends it back to Fofana. Anthony Gardner applying a bit of pressure. He turns it back to Sanchez. BM says, I think this Arsenal game is more competitive than you thought. As in, all right, we're going to probably have to pivot over to that. Hey, almost a goal there from Newcastle. Very good save there from Robert Sanchez. Yeah, we're going to cross the ball so far, Bridget. Almost 2-0. The shot from Ramsey ricochet off Chalba. And goalkeeper Sanchez, was going one direction, had to change and slap it away. All right, looks like Arsenal might knock over the soup pot. What you mean? Arsenal will not lose to Everton. Come on. Come on, knock over what kind of soup pot? It's all right. I will pick up that game for the second half, or later in the second half. I'll watch part of that game for the second half. If it remains 0-0, Arsenal now knock over that soup pot. Arsenal will not lose that game. Even though Ndia, the number 10 for Everton, is a lively looking player. Arsenal will not lose that game. approaching halftime. And Chelsea don't really have no ideas. The man them get close to the 18-yard box and it's just pure side-to-side pass. Pure side-to-side passing. Alright, Caicedo finds Reece James. And, oh, thankfully it's halftime. Alright, let me go and check over the Arsenal game while I go on, if they reach halftime. Alright, halftime between between Newcastle and Chelsea. That game is 1-1. Newcastle leading Chelsea 1. Not 1-1. That game is 1-0. Newcastle leading Chelsea 1-0. Goal from Anthony Gordon. Trying to take a look on this Arsenal game. If my my login information here will work. Yo, my youth, oh, this thing I take so long for login, man. Yo. BM says looks like Arsenal kicking over Supot. No, Arsenal will not lose this game. Alright, 5 minutes of added time and just in time for a shot on David Raya, and it's half time. Well, 0-0 at the half. Arsenal players shaking their head there. Calafieri don't look too excited about that first half. Kai Havertz is rubbing his face. He's a bit frustrated maybe. Alright, halftime action. Well, Kai Havertz look at my breed heavy like him. I'm just ran a marathon. Man look tired. Alright, so at the half, Chelsea down 1-0 to Newcastle and 0-0 between Everton and Arsenal. Of course, Man City will play West Ham at 4 p.m. We'll do a watch along of that game also at 4 p.m. Do remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Alright, I think I will take a 5-minute break. Step away for 5 minutes at the half. And then circle back for the second half action. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful Saturday wherever you're joining me from. Make sure to subscribe, smash the like button. Big up to those on the live. Share the content, and big up to those on the live. You know, English Premier League watch along. This is how we do it. BCN Sports. Alright, so at the half, Arsenal versus Newcastle versus Everton 0-0. I didn't watch that game. I was focused more on the Chelsea versus Newcastle game, and the half in that game, Newcastle leads Chelsea 1-0. Alright, I'll be back for second half action in a few minutes. And do join me in a few minutes for second half action. All right, back. Welcome to BCN Sports. A watch along of English Premier League. My name is Benton. Junior is out and about. Big up, Junior. Chad safely, family. Enjoy yourself out the road. Be safe out the road. Big up to Camon, referee, extraordinaire. Go on, do your thing out the road there. Do some work, BCN Sports. Watch along of English Premier League. Two big games on the deck today, on the cards today. We have Chelsea versus Newcastle, Champions League spot at stake, and Arsenal versus Everton, of course, Premier League title at stake in that game. BM is telling me that the Arsenal game is a better game to watch. At least it's more competitive than I thought. That game is 0-0, so I may have to pivot over to that game at some point, the Arsenal versus Everton game. Longer that game stays 0-0, I'll have to pivot over there because ultimately Arsenal will be pushing for a goal. As for this particular game, Newcastle leads Chelsea 1-0. A goal by Anthony Gordon. Chelsea is making a sub. Malagusto is coming off. And Liam Delap is on. So that means that Reece James will move out to the right back position for this Chelsea team. And we're off at Stamford Bridge. We have a Newcastle player down in pain. Newcastle decided to continue. Actually, it looks like in a lot of pain there. It's Botman. Already clashing with Liam Delap. And Liam Delap, that was a cheap shot. He did not compete for the ball. But referee said no doing. No foul there. Here is Chelsea applying a bit of pressure. Newcastle with it. Ball is all the way back to Ramsdale. Hard press there by the Chelsea attacker, Cole Palmer. Ricochet off Cole Palmer and out for a goal kick. So Chelsea has received the hair dryer treatment, it seems. They're coming out with blood in their eye. They're out with a level of intensity. Let's see if they can sustain it and if it materializes to a goal. Also at the Emirates, Arsenal is back looking for a goal. Let's see if there's any sub over there at the Emirates. We'll get to you. Get this if there's any sub. Of course, Jurien Timber came off earlier for Arsenal injured, and Christian Mosquera came on. No sub at the half for neither Arsenal nor Everton. And here in the Chelsea versus Newcastle matchup, one sub at the half. Malagusto off for Liam Delap. A man just asked if Chelsea coach used to be assistant to Rooney. And the implication is like, if he was assistant to Rooney, is he really a coach? Yo, the man. Yo, hey, some people are joking, Yo, them people that stay so. So Liam Rossinia, of course, we know that Wayne Rooney's coaching tenure was, I guess at Derby County, maybe. Here is Cole Palmer with it, trying to drive at Newcastle's defense. Liam, a shot youth from Liam Delap. And saved by, it didn't score, sorry to the family. It didn't score. Good save by Aaron Ramsdale. Chelsea fan thought it was in. Ball into the box, cleared out by Newcastle. Here is Palmer to Caicedo. Chelsea playing a lot quicker, which is something you want to see. Ball into the box from Garnacho and cleared out by Newcastle. That's something you want to see. You want to see them play quicker. Cucurella is the furthest man trying to get on the end of it. Cleared out by Newcastle. Corner kick to Chelsea. And corner kick to Chelsea versus Newcastle, and corner kick to Everton versus Arsenal. All right, we're going to call this the BCN Sports Look Around. All right, just covering other games, just giving updates on games, or watch around, or whatever they want, recap or clips or update of games. Corner kick into the box from Newcastle by Chelsea, and it's cleared out. Newcastle comes away with it. Anthony Gordon with Jacob Murphy on a break. It's 3 versus 2. Newcastle almost in. Jacob Murphy finds Anthony Gordon. He pushed him too wide, and somehow Newcastle wasted a golden opportunity to go ahead with a second goal. And as for the Everton corner kick versus Arsenal, that didn't come to anything. Still 0-0. Here is Madueke looking to find Kai Havertz, and it's cleared out by Keane. So this is the BCN Sports double coverage. 2 games in 1 coverage. You couldn't get this in any other place. Here comes Jacob Murphy with a shot, and it's ricochet off of Fofana, almost out for a corner kick. Did Sanchez save it? The fast break there from Newcastle should have led to another goal. I mean, Jacob Murphy, he didn't have to use Anthony Gordon. Harvey Barnes was right behind him. He could have given it to Harvey Barnes too, and he pushed pushed Anthony Gordon wide. Bit of frustration there from Newcastle. Throw into Newcastle. Into the box, cleared out by Chelsea. Ball is picked up by Hall. Hall now sends it to Livramento. Livramento trying to send it long, looking for Barnes. Cleared out by Cucurella. Enzo Fernandez picks it up, finds Cucurella. Mark Cucurella is off to the races. Charging into Newcastle half. Chased down by Barnes. And he finds Fofana. Fofana now sends it wide to Cole Palmer, hugging the right line. Line out wide. Now he turns it back to Caicedo. You shouldn't be turning the ball back to Caicedo. The ball gets slowed down. Here comes Joao Pedro trying to figure it on to Cucurella on top of the 18. Pedro with a shot. And it's ricochet off a Newcastle player. Didn't go out, as Aaron Ramsdale is able to keep it in. Ball is with the Newcastle goalkeeper. Here is Eberechi Eze for Arsenal, driving towards goal, but cleared out. 2 Everton players on him. He finds Declan Rice. Declan Rice playing it short from Madueke, sliding there from Garner. Calafiori picks up the loose ball. Arsenal looking for an equalizer. Madueke finds Calafiori behind him. Zubimendi now picks up the loose ball, and I just say Gates quickly out to him. So coverage of 2 games simultaneously here on BCN Sports. Saliba, now we get the slow playing. Here is Saka going off the 18-yard box shot, and it's blocked off by Keane. Arsenal getting a little bit antsy here, looking for a goal. In fact, speaking of which, I can bring the Arsenal starting 11 up. And that Arsenal attack amounted to nothing. The international breaks around the corner. Is the Ball Chat family still going to the game? The game in Mexico? No, as far, let's see. It will be a surprise. Let's see, BF. The discussions are occurring behind the scenes, but at this stage, I doubt it, because, of course, what going on in Mexico, people not add no extra things on them head right now. So, but we'll be doing live coverage though, of course, watch along. Here's Joao Pedro with it, trying to find Cole Palmer through cut up by Newcastle. Ball ended up with Garnacho. Garnacho at the top of the 18, trying to find a way for a shot. And it's closed out by Botman. And Cucurella with an idiot player. And cleared up by Newcastle. BM says Rockstone stop fling down on Mexico. Yeah. Alright, me have to go link management say if we are going to Mexico then. Alright, me have to go link, link management if we are going to Mexico. Need to link management and see what I go on. But I know it was mentioned and discussed behind the scenes about going down there, but I don't know. I don't know right now how it's here. A whole heap of things are going out the road, so people kind of make no crazy move too tough. Like we say. Yo, beat two better. I saw better beat people. Well, and referee said play on. Everton fans are going to say, yo, what soccer just do? What in the world soccer just do? Soccer just a kick with the man them ball. BM says I've never been to Mexico. I'll decide last minute. Yeah. It's a beautiful place, man. You have to make a shot, but right now, we don't know if. Yo, the way things are going out of Mexico and the way things are going out of the world right now, anything can jump off any minute. So I have to make a shot go on the rock, and I come in a look a bit, yeah. So. But we see what go on. Corner kick to Newcastle. Cleared out by Chelsea. Newcastle trying to get an go-ahead goal. Cleared out by Chelsea again. Back in by Newcastle. Fafana clears it again. Joe Willock with it. And Chelsea's appealing for offside. Referee Paul Tierney says no one to play on. Ramsey. Murphy. And a ricochet out of Newcastle, throw into Chelsea. Still 1-0 Newcastle leads Chelsea. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe. Still 0-0 Arsenal and Everton. Everton's defending quite well over there at the Emirates. Yo, what going with... Yo, what is going on with Newcastle and Chelsea? Bunkers, crazy sort of stupidity at the back there from Newcastle defenders. Goalkeeper Robert Sanchez plays the ball into his own defender. Not on the same page. Newcastle almost scored. Chelsea lived to fight another day. Valdemir comes away with it and chopped down by Caicedo. Referee says play on. Yo, one thing is certain is that goalkeeper Robert Sanchez is not comfortable with this playing out of the box. And Garnacho now going at the Newcastle defense line and ricochet off a defender and out for a goal kick. Now for a corner kick. Now we'll see if that's a penalty. No, they're not. That's not gonna be a penalty there. Newcastle wanted a penalty on Anthony Gordon after the messed up in the back there by Chelsea. VAR is having a look. I don't think that's a penalty. Alright, Paul Tierney says no penalty. Chelsea escaped. Now they can take their corner kick. And there was a corner kick for Arsenal while doing Arsenal not scoring. Still Arsenal. Ball is with Kai Havertz inside the 18. Now with Madueke out wide to Declan Rice to Ebericha Eze, and seems like danger averted for Everton. Declan Rice down the left side. Back to Ebericha Eze, and he's trying to find Zubimendi and cut out by Everton. Everton comes away with it. Ndia battling with Arsenal players. Beto. And no dice. And we have a situation here where Chelsea appealing for penalty off their corner kick. No, says Paul Tierney. Here comes Chelsea with it. Reece James out wide. Now in his right back role. Going at Hall. Look to send it in. Closed out. Cleared out by Valdemid. Fofana with a heavy touch. Chelsea survives. Ball is with Enzo. Enzo Fernandez with it for Chelsea. Still 1-0. Newcastle leads. And still 0-0 at the Emirates. Hey, BM, if you end up going over to Mexico, Bridging, just send on some pictures and link forward. We tell you where to go. If y'all look for Mexico back road. It's a beautiful place, beautiful country though. Yeah, man. All right, so now Everton. Corner kick here to Chelsea before we get over to Everton. Let's a corner kick play. Corner kick into the box and almost a chance there for Fofana. Cleared out by Botman. Timely interception there by Botman. Here comes Cucurella back in the box. What's that brother you do? Wesley Fofana is trying to do a bicycle kick. End up kicking Botman in the face. Free kick to Newcastle. Ars Hall, not Botman. Seems like here is Arsenal on the charge. Everton holding on for dear life. Calaferi on the right side. Shot by Calaferi. Blocked by Keane. Saka with it inside the box. Shot almost rolled down from the goalkeeper. And Jordan Pickford wasn't able to clear it. Everton got it away. 68th minute of play. All Arsenal. Better with a push in the back there. I don't know. I think it was on Declan Rice. Jordan Pickford thought Saka was in an offside position, but he was not. Still 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton. Free kick to Arsenal, and seems like somebody has gotten a yellow card there. I don't know who. And BM says if the ball chat family is not going, maybe that's a sign to stay home. All right, Gyökeres on and Havertz is off. Martinelli is on and Madueke is off. So 2 subs for Chelsea for Arsenal. 2 subs for Arsenal. So let's repeat. Gyökeres is on. Havertz is off. Madueke is on. Martinelli is on. Madueke is off. Alright, back to Chelsea. And it seems like Chelsea has also made a sub. BCN Sports, what do they call it? Wrap around. Or look around, walk around, whatever we want to call it. Two games watch along simultaneously. Moises Caicedo is off for Chelsea. Romeo Lavia is on. So Moises Caicedo is off. That's a bit. He was on a yellow card. So I think coach Liam Rosinia is protecting Moises Caicedo there by taking him off. All right. 62nd minute of play, both games. Still Arsenal 0, Everton 0. Chelsea still down, trailing to Newcastle. Newcastle leads Chelsea 1-0. A goal from Anthony Gordon. And we have a stop in play here in Chelsea versus in Newcastle. Let's see what's going on here. Liam Rosinia is saying how. I'm reading his lips. He's clapping. He's pissed off. He's mad as hell. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I need to see a replay. Long ball out. And here is Hall. Hall now being pressured by Cole Palmer. Hall with a cross, and it's ricochet off Fofana out for a throw to Newcastle. Still trying to figure out why Coach Liam Rosinia was upset. Hopefully, Mr. TV man will provide me a replay soon. Throw into Newcastle. Long throw in into the box. Cleared out by Liam Delap. Cleared again by Chalaba. Not far. Botman picked it up. Sends it in. Off Reece James. Cleared out by Delap. And in all the way down to Livermento, who's easy like Sunday morning. Sends it out to Willock. Willock finds Hall. Hall to Valdemid. Valdemid into the box. Turn it inside. And Valdemid tried to cut it back for his teammate, but Cucurella was there to clear the lines. Reese, Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer with it. Walks around one. Now he's in the acres of room. Garnacho is showing along with Joao Pedro. Cole Palmer cuts it on the left. Sends it across. Finds Enzo, who can't control. Garnacho picks it up. Driving back across the post, the 18-yard box. Finds Cole Palmer, twisted and turning. Finds Garnacho looking for a shot. Still no shot. Reece James with a cross to Cucurella. Cucurella can't get a shot. As Newcastle resets their defensive line. Ball is back to Romeo Lavia outside the box. All that back and forth and no shot on goal. And Reece James has his pocket picked by Willock. Willock looking to send Anthony Gardner off to the races. Fofana calmly breaks it up and it's out, and Joe Linton is ready to sub, and Joe Linton is pissed off with Paul Tierney for not allowing the sub. Chelsea comes away with it. Enzo Fernandez. Still 0-0 between Everton and Arsenal, and Gabriel Martinelli might be in a bit of trouble there. We're seeing the replay of Eberechi Eze shot just going wide. Alright, remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe. BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League. I'm gonna give you a score update here in a few minutes. Alright, finally the sub is being allowed. Joe Linton is coming on for Newcastle. Valdemid is coming off. Hard working day for Valdemid. Quite a productive day. He did well. Did quite well. Very hard working day for Valdemid. And now you have the tough tackling Joe Linton in that midfield. Hard tackling. So it's no nonsense talk, right? No nonsense time for Newcastle. 67th minute of play. Still Newcastle leading Arsenal 1-0. Leading Chelsea 1-0. Arsenal and Everton 0-0. Romeo Lavia with it for Chelsea. Still Arsenal trying to score against Everton, and Arsenal in again. Nope. The Gunners, Gunner stick. Back over to Chelsea versus Newcastle. Newcastle on the break. Livermento with it. And he decided to go all the way back. And the ball is all the way back to Malik, who finds Botman. Botman finds Hall in the left back. Hall finds a man called Joe Linton. Joe Linton finds Anthony Gordon. Whoa, nice play from Newcastle. Very good dummy there from Jacob Murphy. Ball looking to find Harvey Barnes. Was Livermento overhit cross. Couldn't get Harvey Barnes, who was in. Now let's step over to Arsenal versus Everton. Corner kick to Arsenal. Corner kick to Everton, that is. Wonder if Everton can find a goal here against Set Piece FC. Here is Everton's corner kick into the box. Cleared out by Arsenal. Not clearing their lines comfortably here. A very good touch there. Shot by the Everton, but cleared out by Arsenal. Ndia trying to go around Saka, and Saka have gotten a foul. Seems like Everton should have done a little bit better there. All right, sub coming on for Everton. Beto is coming off. Beto is coming off for Everton. And the young kid, Barry, is coming on. All right, back to Chelsea versus Newcastle. Throw into Newcastle. Ball is down with Ramsey. Jacob Ramsey has done quite well in this game. Ramsey all the way back to Hall. Hall now sends it long looking for Willock. Willock picks it up. It's been hounded by Lavia. He shields him well. Finds Jacob Murphy. Murphy sends it in across. And it's into the arms of goalkeeper Sanchez, who decided not to go with Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer is not happy. He goes short to Chalba. Chalba to Enzo Fernandez. Cole Palmer now running down the right side, looking for Fernandez to find him. He finds Reece James instead. Reece James now sends it back inside to Lavia. Lavia goes to Cucurella. Cucurella to Garnacho. And Garnacho back to Cucurella. Still 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton. Newcastle leads Chelsea 1-0. BCN Sports watch along. Liam Delap is in, trying to get a shot off, and ricochet off Malik Toua and off Delap and out for a goal kick to Newcastle. Very good pass there. Last touch came off Delap. Very good defend there from Malik. Yo, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe. BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League action. Everton versus Arsenal, still 0-0. Newcastle still leads Chelsea 1-0. Throw into the Gunners. Still looking for that go-ahead goal. Of course, dropping points here for the Arsenal will not do them any sort of good in this English Premier League title race. And then they gave the ball away back to Everton. The ball is all the way back to Jordan Pickford. Jordan with it in goal for Everton. Sends it long. Finds Garner. Garner finds... who is that? Barry? McNeil. McNeil now. Back to Garner. Garner finds Idris Gueye. Idris Gueye now finds Keane, and Keane's find Jordan Pickford. Eberechi Eze applying a lot of pressure. Keane sends it long. Looking for Ndia. Not there. Cleared out by Arsenal, but Everton comes away with it. Idris Gueye finds Ndia. Has Saka looking for Idris Gueye, and he's tripped up. And it's a free kick to Everton. Mosera with the foul. We have another sub coming on for Newcastle. Are they putting on another sub? They're not. Okay, they're not putting on another sub. Ramsdale getting ready to restart play. Sends it long. And it's headed on as Willock is off the field. Getting ready to re-enter. He received a bit of treatment there. Everton still haven't taken their free kick yet. Yeah, it's a long man. I take time to take free kick. Willock still not back in the game for Newcastle. Referee now tells him to come on. Did he? Ball is with Aaron Ramsdale outside of his goal. He plays it to Joe Linton. Linton back to Botman. Botman to Murphy. Or to Willock. Willock turns it over. Newcastle hunting, trying to recover the ball quickly. Chelsea now finds a way back to Cucurella. Cucurella to Garnacho. Yo, smash the like button, people. Subscribe. Big up to those on the live. Garnacho with a cross. And easily collected by Aaron Ramsdale in goal for Newcastle. Yo, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, people. Subscribe. Tell a friend. Ramsdale with a long ball looking for Livramento being pressured there by Garnacho, and Chelsea comes away with it. Chalba Lavia to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez driving into Newcastle's half. Reece James out to his right. Tries to find Reece James. And it's a horrible pass. Easily picked up by Hall. Hall equally with an idiot pass also. And cuts out by Enzo. Alright, back over to Everton versus Arsenal looking. And David Real looking for Arsenal made a sub. And Real played the ball out for a throw. Let's see who is this kid that came on for Arsenal. Alright, so Arsenal, okay. Box cover, so many subs Arsenal made. Let me just run through. I think, okay, Max Dorman. I even forgot about him. I think he was at Southampton a few years ago. Alright, so Max Dorman is on for Arsenal. That's the player I was just... and I think he's on for... Is it Zubamendi? Yeah, one of them. I don't know. Alright, Zubamendi is definitely off. Alright, so Joe Willock is down. He's needing a bit of treatment there. Here is Max cutting inside for Arsenal. And tries to pass it straight to Eberechi. Here is Saliba. And Saliba with a shot. And it's wide. When Saliba is taking shot from you from outside, that's not a good thing for the Gunners. You know what, Saliba take shot for you. Give the ball to Eberechi. What are you doing? By the way, what? So Arsenal already made the 5 subs, so they don't have no more make. This is it for them. 76 minutes of play. 0-0 between Arsenal and Everton. Alright, and over at the Chelsea-Newcastle game, seems like Willock Day is done. Dan Burn is coming on, and Elanga is also coming on. No Jason Tyndall today. Not seeing Jason Tyndall, of course. The assistant to Eddie Howe. He's usually there with him, but I'm not seeing Jason. Liam Rossinia now talking to the fourth official as he tries to make the sub. Yo, Liam, this not involve you. It's Newcastle subs. Go and go figure out your team, Bridget. Murphy's coming off. Jacob Murphy's coming off. Ilanga is coming on for Murphy. What else? And I think Dan Byrne came on for Willock. Alright, so Willock is off. Alright, finally. So Willock and Murphy off for Newcastle. Byrne and Elanga on. Back to play. Enzo Fernandez with it for Chelsea. He sends it wide out to Garnacho. And that one kind of too big, but Garnacho is able to keep it in play. Livramento wasn't smart enough to pick it off him. Finds Garnacho. Garnacho finds João Pedro. Cucurella almost in. And a huge appeal for a handball from Chelsea. And let's see what... Paul Tierney waved everyone away. Reece James now is quickly over saying... Paul Tierney points to a corner kick. Let's see the replay. Ball came off João Pedro Cucurella. Not a corner kick. Not a penalty, Cucurella. What a man thief. Here's the corner kick for Chelsea. Ball into the box. Looking for Delap. Cleared out by Byrne. Back to James. James now back into the box. This must be a goal. And it's somehow missed. How did Trevor Chalba not score that? And he's rubbing his head saying he got hit in the head. It's from 2 yards out. Oh, I think he got punched in the head by the goalkeeper. Oh, yeah, but he got punched in the head after he headed the ball. I mean, sorry, Chalbach. Sorry, Trevor. I'll say go. Gotta score that, Trevor. Hopefully he's okay. Here comes the Gunners looking for a go-ahead goal. Gyökeres. Gyökeres with a horrible pass, and Everton comes away with it. Barry with it. And Saliba with a very good tackle off to pick Barry's pocket. Here is Arsenal. Saka inside. Saka is now in the middle. EVRTON picking it up. It seems like it's anything go over at the Gunner station. Ball is wide to Ben White. White looking for a cross. Finds Saka. And Saka is not on the same page as Martinelli, and it's all the way through to goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, who's taking his sweet time. Donald said Arsenal really feeling the pressure. They won't play another Premier League for a month after this game, and they don't want to feel that pressure. Wait. They won't play another Premier League game for... Yeah, the pressure up on Arsenal right now. We have a free kick for the Gunners. Still Newcastle leads Chelsea 1-0. Alright, Gunners, went off for the fans. Well, not we, because I'm not in the fans. EVRTON with it for Arsenal. Barry's back with him, jogging with him. Eze turns it back to Saliba. Declan Rice picks it up. Saliba. Wait. Dorman finds Saliba. Gabriel back to Saliba. Dorman. 88th minute of play. No penetration from the Gunners. And the ball is all the way back to Gabriel. Declan Rice finds Henkepe. Finds Martinelli. Martinelli out wide. Martinelli looking to send that one in. And it's overhit and it's out for a goal kick. And an Everton player is down in the box. And he will take a long time to get up. Number 16, Mekalenko is down. Back to Chelsea versus Newcastle. Chelsea still leading still down 1-0. Why I want to give Chelsea a goal? I don't know why. Newcastle leads Chelsea 1-0. Lavia with it for Chelsea. 82nd minute of play. Lavia, good pass, youth. Fine job, Pedro's and yeah, well, Liam, what the Lapado? What is this foolishness? He should have gotten a yellow card for that. I mean, the guy is shielding the ball, as in Malik Tuai is shielding him, and he pushed him in the back. Could have pushed him into the goalkeeper. I mean, just leave the ball, leave the player alone. It's dead. All right, another sub for Chelsea. Hato is on, and Fofana is off, and we have a piece of paper. Is that in Spanish? That is getting handed to Enzo Fernandez from Liam Rosinha. So Reece James read the paper. He handed it to Fernandez. Fernandez read the paper. Fernandez then handed it off to Romeo Lavia. Now Lavia is, all right, instructing and reviewing our I don't know what I'm going over there, sir. Why? Yo, I don't know what I'm going. So I guess Lavia still jogging with the paper in his hand. All right, so Garnacho now moves to the right side, the right wing. I think Hato moves to left. Wait, no, Hato moves to left back. Cucurella gets pushed up to somewhat sort of a left wing sort of situation. Here is Garnacho with a first cross on the right side, cleared out by Newcastle. Gordon with it, and Gordon is able to hold his line well and got a foul on Romeo Lavia there. Back over to Arsenal versus Everton. We're in the whip around. BCN Sports whip around. Here's Henkepe driving at goal. Finds Martinelli out wide. Finds Henkepe. EVRTON on top of the 18 trying to get a shot off, and a shot off. Eventually way over from Doman. He had more time. Should have done better with that one. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to share, and subscribe. Mikel Arteta with a nervy expression there. 84th minute of play. Arsenal 0, Everton 0. Long ball from Pickford. Cleared out by the Gunners. Gyökeres trying to control. Keane with it. Picks his pocket. Idris Gueye. And the referee has called a foul on Everton. Back over to Chelsea. Delap with a heavy touch. And a poor pass from Cucurella. But Cole Palmer recovered. Here is Enzo Fernandez. Finds Lavia in tight space. Lavia back to Fernandez. Still 1-0 Newcastle leads. Cucurella. Twisting and turning. Anthony Gordon running with him. Joe Linton says, let him through. Let I clean him up. Now but he finds Garnacho. Garnacho finds Reece James. And a ball into the box from Cole Palmer, headed on by Delap, and it's out for a goal kick. Back over to Arsenal versus Everton. Declan Rice with it for the Gunners. Inside Everton's half. Pushed it wide to Dahlman. Dahlman finds Mosquera. Mosquera finds Eberechi Eze outside the 18. And Eberechi Eze, very good defending by young Erogbonna. And it's a free kick to Everton. Very good defending there by young Erogbonna to pick the ball off Eberechi Eze's foot there. Alright, Everton will take their sweet time to restart play. So swing back over to Chelsea and Newcastle. Hotto with it for Chelsea. Inside Newcastle's half. Ball is out wide to Garnacho. Garnacho looking to find Romeo Lavia at the top of the key. Top of the 18-yard box. Now looking to find back Cole Palmer. Garnacho almost in, but very good touch here from Harvey Barnes. And it's out for a corner kick to Chelsea. Alright, what kind of sub this? From, so a Rogbunna comes off, and Roll is on, McNeil is off, and Armstrong is on for Everton. Yo, you can't take off a Rogbunna. What is David Moyes doing? He's been one of your best defenders in that midfield. Finally, now we're going to get the free kick. Pickford sends it long. Looking for Barry. Barry with a strong header, but to no one in particular. Domman and Mekalenko in a battle there. And it seems like Mekalenko kicks it out, and it's the referee has called a foul on Mekalenko. Free kick to Arsenal. Alright, back over to Chelsea Newcastle. João Pedro with it. Trying to twinkle toe himself into the box, but cleared out by Newcastle. 43rd minute of the second half. 88th minute of play. Still Newcastle 1, Chelsea 0. Still Everton 0, Arsenal 0. BCN Sports whip around of English Premier League. Yo, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Cole Palmer down the right side, and he can't. Did he keep it in? Yes, he did. He did keep it in. Lost his foot in there for a second. Palmer finds Romeo Lavia. Romeo Lavia then turns it wide to Hotto. Hotto finds... As this Garnacho now switches back to the left side, and his cross is straight in the arms of goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. Now back to Arsenal versus Everton. Another free kick for Everton. Jordan Pickford sends it long. Looking for Barry. And Barry with a shove in the back of Saliba. And referee says foul. Free kick to Arsenal. Yo, sorry for the whip around, but these two games are important, so we have to keep track of both games. Both games, of course, Man City versus West Ham at 4 p.m. BCN Sports, I will do a watch along of that game also. So it's watch along weekend here on BCN Sports Network. Wall-to-wall coverage of all things football. Wait, I want to go on here, so why the goalkeeper for Arsenal play around? And we've already cleared the ball there. Living dangerously is the Arsenal goalkeeper, David Raya. Here is the Gunners coming away with it. Dauman trying to turn inside, and it's off Makalenko and out for a throw-in. Quickly taken by Arsenal. Ball is back to Dauman. And goal! And somehow Arsenal finds a way to score. Finally, the Gunners have scored, and it's Gyökeres, but it's bad goalkeeping by Jordan Pickford. It's absolutely bad goalkeeping by Jordan Pickford. A cross came out. He went for the ball and was nowhere near and totally out of his off his line and out of position. Easy goal for the Gunners. I guess BM is happy. I didn't know BM I support the Arsenal. John Pickford want a man beat him with belt. So the cross is in. He totally misses the ball, and then he might hold up him man. I think they need to check John Pickford bank account. What is this foolishness? The cross came in and he went for the ball. He totally missed it. And the ball ricochet off Henkepe, roll across the goal into the path of Gyökeres, who just easily rolls it in. And Mikel Arteta is celebrating. Arsenal 1, Everton 0. No, man, David Moyes they should sub John Pickford for that, because that is foolishness. It's absolutely foolishness. And that is England's #1 goalkeeper? Come on. Yo, when you play football and you defend so well, and for a teammate to just give away the hard work just like that, and Everton has been defending so well, for a teammate to do that, John Pickford, somebody who's a senior player, is absolutely asinine. And if he stayed on his line, he could have caught the ball, because the ball crossed, ricochet off, hit Henkepe, and then roll across the goal. He could have just easily picked up the ball. BM says maybe England should change their keeper for the World Cup. Nah, man, they need to check John Pickford bank account and see if a brown envelope thing. God, that look like a sellings. That look kind of sellish. That look kind of sellings. I go on this one. Alright, back over to Chelsea versus Newcastle. Newcastle leads 1-0. Chelsea with a free kick. 8 minutes of added time. Newcastle. 2 men in the wall. Shot from Reece James from way out. No dice, don't do it. And by the way, speaking of... Yeah, actually it's off the post. It's a very good shot, youth. It's a very, very, very good shot, youth. Almost one of those Reece James specials. It did. I think it did hit off the post. Very good shot, youth. We have a free kick, a throw in here for Chelsea as Chelsea goes hunting for a goal. Arsenal and a shot. Good shot, youth. Just in time from Martinelli. Good save. Well, is it a good save? John Pickford, it was right at him. Let's see. No, I'm supposed to save that. Easy savings. Joao Pedro with it for Chelsea. And it's off Alanga and out for a throw into Chelsea. Reece James with it. Finds Cole Palmer. Garnacho is close. Garnacho trying to make a run inside, but Hall, very good defending there from Hall. And of course, Cucurella is over to foul him. And free kick to Chelsea. And the Chelsea teammates ever wonder like, yo, where you fall the man for Virgin? So you have 6 minutes of added time between Arsenal and Everton. BCN Sports whip around. Arsenal leads 1-0, goal from Gyökeres in the 92nd minute. Watcha? What Arsenal do? The money I run clock. Yeah, Arsenal are going like an idiot side. What kind of idiot side is? What are you doing, Bridget? Take up a ball. Arsenal is doing their endeavor best to run clock against Everton at home. What? Here comes Everton. Mikalenko. Ndia. And the referee is called a free kick for Faldi and Mosquera. Yo, Arsenal, and we have an equalizer. Do we? No. It's just a corner kick. Chelsea coming close there. Corner kick to Chelsea. BCN Sports whip around of English Premier League. And Everton decided to put on a sub. Yo, what David Moyes do? Ghana, it seems to be on. Jordan Pickford with the kick for Everton. Sends it long. And clears into the night sky by Ericha Eze. Yo, good touch, Mikalenko. Back to Pickford. Pickford getting a bit of pressure. He sends it to Ndia. Maybe the last opportunity here for Everton if they want an equalizer. Still, Newcastle leads Chelsea 1-0. Ball into the box, looking for Keane. Barry now picks up the rebound. Everton looking for, trying to get through there. Keane, and shot, blocked by Arsenal defenders. That was close. And a sliding tackle there by Henkepe. And it's out for a throw. Arsenal living on the knife edge here. Throwing to Everton. Almost at time. Ball into the box. And it's headed out and it's a corner to Everton. Maybe the last kick of the game. Corner kick to Everton. Gabriel pointing to the head. Telling his teammates to use their heads. Jordan Pickford is going up. Go score a goal after you gave up the goal. Corner kick to Everton. And the corner kick is in. Cleared out by the Gunners. And Pickford is out of the play. This must be a goal. Pickford is out. And it's going to be 2-0. John Pickford. And look at this. What is my idiot here? I run. 2-0. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal has taken their 2-0 lead. And they've won this game. And John Pickford. What is John Pickford doing? So it was a corner kick to Everton. John Pickford went up for the corner kick. Arsenal broke away and ended up scoring into an empty net. Yo, a massive celebration for Arsenal on this 2-0 lead. 2-0 lead. Max Doman with the goal. And BM says maybe this is Arsenal season. Yeah, maybe it is. We'll see. They have to go out and win it. And I think that's the end. Is it the end? And the crazy thing about it is that Pickford didn't even contest the ball. He could have jumped and tried to hit the ball. What kind of ball player? What kind of ball? You're up there as a competing player. Go try to hit the ball. All right, it's all over between Newcastle and Chelsea. It's all over. That game ended 1-0 for Newcastle. Newcastle defeated Chelsea 1-0. And let's see, it's here over at this Arsenal game. Did they blow the final whistle? Yeah, blow off again, no, brother. And it's all over at the Emirates. So 2-0 victory for Arsenal. Takes their lead ahead of Man City. To, well, how many points? 10 points? Man City plays in a second. Or in half an hour. So, alright, so, yeah. Arsenal leads Man City by 10 points. They have 2 games ahead of Man City. Man City will play Newcastle. Play West Ham here at 4 o'clock. Getting ready to do a watch along of that game. So, alright. So that's a wrap for today's watch along of those 2 games. Newcastle 1-0 victors over Chelsea. An early goal by Anthony Gordon to secure those 3 points for Newcastle. Well done to Eddie Howe and Newcastle. Liam Rosinia and Chelsea will continue to figure out what's going on with this team. Another bad day at the office for that blue team. As for Arsenal, a monumental 3 points, huge 3 points, as Arsenal secured a 2-0 victory over Everton. 2 goals in added time. First goal was an error, a blatant error, and stupid error by Jordan Pickford, and then the second goal was of a corner kick, Everton's corner kick, as Arsenal broke away and scored in an empty goal. Alright, West Ham versus Man City watch along coming up here in about 20 minutes or 25 minutes or so. Thank you for joining me. If you want to watch that West Ham versus Man City game, do join me then for a watch along. Big up to those on the live. Big up. Thank you for joining me. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend. Smash the like button. Remember to subscribe.